welcome to the first Monday 10 a.m. webcast. Today's September 12th. I hope everybody's having an awesome day. Woo! This is going to be such an awesome way to start off the week by having our weekly webcast at this time. So welcome. I wanted to take just a second here and talk a little bit about big picture. As we all know, we are on the verge of explosion.
Yeah.
Woohoo! There's so many amazing things going on and happening and growth. And I think somebody said, I can't remember who it was, but I think somebody said that September is a month that everybody is wanting to hit new levels and new titles. And, you know, we're coming off of summer and summer schedules and trying to get back into structure of the school year and things like that. And this is the month to be really focusing on the big picture. Our goal is to have 1 million customers by 2020. Woohoo!
Awesome.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, we need to be sure that we are booking the meetings, booking the customer demonstrations, the short presentations, the partner meetings, and really getting out there and showing excitement and just really, you know, doing it, just going with the momentum and building and setting goals for the week, making sure that you're setting goals for the week for not only just partner meetings, but for customer meetings and the short demonstrations as well, and getting to the BPs. And we have the event, which just a little under a month and a half away. Making sure that we have our tickets for that, because that right there is where you'll really see the big picture. So, man, just get out there and book some meetings and work with your upline and your downline and set your goals, and let's see what we can do to get everybody kind of to that next level. And remember that we are customer focused. We are focused on customers. That is our main goal. 1 million customers by 2020. So yeah, I think we can do it, guys.
Woohoo! Yes.
With that being said, I think I'm gonna pass it over to Arlo now. He's gonna talk a little bit about 5 steps for building meetings. Arlo?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go back to when I first seen Zinzino. I'll share a story with you quick. I was first involved in Zinzino 2 years ago now, 2 years in February. And I was at a kickoff event, and Carla actually had us show up there. And I asked her if I should really need to write my names down on my Express Start. You know, I had them written everywhere. Didn't have in my Express Start. And the reason was because of there's 5 steps that we actually follow in the Express Start. It's actually on page 30. Well, Orion just happened to have a booking party that day. And he said, I want you to follow these 5 steps. Now, I was trying to book meetings, you know, I was trying to do it my own way, so to speak. But I'll tell you, I followed these 5 steps that's in the Express Start, and I booked, I think it was like 18 meetings in 40 minutes by using that. I couldn't believe it. It works, you guys. I couldn't believe how great it works. And basically, it's just following the steps. So step 1, opening and small talk. Hi, how it's going? Agree on a time and place. Hey, I'm going to be in town next Tuesday at 2 o'clock. You going to be around? Yes, great. I'll see you then. We're gonna find a place at Caribou. I'll meet you at 2 o'clock at Caribou, since I'm going to be in town anyway. I'd love to have coffee with you. The reason I want to meet with you is because I need your opinion. I want to share something with you. I'm super excited about something. I need you to know what I know. And tell them you're bringing a friend if you're bringing somebody. And then step 5 is really confirm the meeting. So literally, you could do this in 10 to 15 seconds. You could book this meeting. And then you act like you're in a hurry. Then, you know, then nobody can ask you questions along the way and things like that, because that's really where you're going to lose them if people start asking questions, and you know, just don't have time for that. If you just book the meeting, get it done, agree on a time and place, just follow the steps in the Express Start, and it works. It works every time. It works great. So, page 30, telling you, it works.
You know, there's a reason they have that written down, because it worked for so many people that they want everybody to do it.
That's right.
Put it in our little Zinzino Bible.
Duplication.
That's right.
Education. Absolutely.
That is the way to do it.
And it even tells you how to text.
Yeah, you can
I
actually.
was going to say, it even tells you how to text and all that kind of stuff in there too.
There's
So
a lot
anyway,
of things
sorry.
with Express Start, and that's exactly what Arlo said, is just follow that Express Start. If you want to have success in this business, it's about duplication. So you really want to see, Zinzino's going to be a huge business. So if you book the meetings right, then we want to start having the meetings. And actually, Bob and Lori have made something that we've all used at the last event. We thought this is a perfect time to share. Bob and Lori, would you share your top 10 tips?
Absolutely. Yes, we actually they all came up all at once. We shared these at the last event on stage. Was our first. Oh, I'm hearing. Are you guys hearing an echo?
Nope, not at all.
All right, I guess we'll just have to deal with it on our end. So it was the first time that Bob and I did an event presentation, a speech together, and people really liked these top 10 short presentation tips. And I think, we spent considerable time taking a look at what are some of the things that you want to make sure and do or not do in a short presentation. So number one,
2-on-1 is still the best.
Yeah. Like Arlo was talking about, telling someone, would it be all right if I brought a friend with that knows a little bit more about this, And if you've already got that time and date and everything, set and usually it's okay. Every once in a while, someone kind of says, "What? Why?" And then you just say, "Well, they know a little bit more." Not a big deal.
They've been in business longer than I have,
Been in
and they
business
just
longer.
maybe I'm kind of learning something.
I'm
from
learning
them too.
from them. Yes. Number 2 is be prepared. You show up first. I'm going to be leaving here at 10:30 right when this is done and driving down to the Twin Cities. And I have a 1:30 presentation. Now, it doesn't take me 3 hours to get there, but I'm going to make darn sure that I'm there ahead of time.
Pick out a good spot. Like say you're in a coffee shop, get a good spot where you're not like right by the cash register or the countertop where people are taking orders. Get your own little quiet spot, maybe away from that.
Which leads into number 3. Know where to sit. And that's not only choosing that perfect spot, but also if you're going to be presenting with someone else. So you invited your mentor to come and do a presentation with you. You want to sit by the person they're presenting to, so it doesn't feel like a 2 versus 1.
So it's like your friend is like right next to you. It's like, you're in a safe zone here.
Yeah,
you're okay. I'm protecting you.
And that way, if the friend feels like they have to say no or anything like that, they're looking at the person they don't know, as opposed to having to look you in your eyes. I think that works really well.
And then also make sure the person that is there with you, present them in a certain way, like show their credibility, why they're there, why they know what they know. Yeah.
You want to build them up a little bit. You want to introduce that presenter in a way that the person goes, "Oh, wow, well, that's kind of cool that I get to hear this from that person." And then going back to my meeting today. So this is a brand new partner. This is his first short presentation that we'll be doing for him. And he said, "Now remember, this is my first time. I don't know anything. I don't know how. I don't know what you want me to do." And I said, "You don't have to do anything. You introduce me, and you sit, and you learn.
Just sit back and learn, yeah.
And every once in a while, I might have you contribute, 1 or 2 things. But usually, someone not new, they don't even have a product story yet. So you just smile. it's easy."
Which kind of brings us to number 5: contribute when prompted. So, like I say, Lori, she'll ask the person, maybe have a little input there when needed.
Yep, exactly. And then show up as you. Everybody should be themselves in any presentation, whether it's a customer demonstration, a short presentation. People can tell when you're not you.
Yeah, you don't have to be an expert in health.
We don't have to be little Dr. Pauls.
No.
We don't have to be anything but ourselves. We're just telling the truth. The truth is good enough. Stick to that. Number 7. Oh, you like this one?
Yeah. Dress for success. So if you're going to show up each one a business, don't show up in like sweatpants or flip flops or something like that. Whatever. just dress. You don't have to have like a tux on, but just dress business like.
Yeah.
Nice button-up shirt if you're a guy. Nice slacks, dress shoes, or whatever.
I think a tux would be nice.
a tux would be kind of fun. I mean, it could be
I
known
just
as the
pictured you
tux
in a tux there, Bob.
Well, then we would be the Barbie and Ken, as Ginger was saying back then. Lori have a little tiara on there, yeah.
Yes. The sash that says Encino. Okay, so number 8. I think we know how to make a friend, right?
Yeah.
Number 8 is make a friend and find that need first. So I do not take the Infos Encino out. I don't take any booklets out of anywhere until after I have connected with that person and I have found why it is that they might want to say yes to an opportunity like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Carla, I know you are just brilliant at this. You wait until that perfect moment, right?
Definitely. And I'll tell a little bit more about that afterwards when we can get
Okay. And then you keep it short and simple.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way. If you're there for a very, very long time with this person, 1 hour, past that hour.
People are going to be drifting off and going, oh boy, I got something to go to here. Or it's it's a lot of information. It's too much for me.
Too much information.
Yeah. Keep it short and simple to the point.
Yes. Because especially if they are seriously considering this business and they don't have a lot of time in their schedule, seriously, we fill up our time. And if you don't have a lot of time in your schedule and you've just spent 3 hours with this person, they think, oh my gosh, how many meetings a week times 3 hours? There's no possible way I could do this business.
If you just give them the main nuggets of information, they'll ask you questions about that. If they're going, oh, I need to know more about that. They'll ask you about that. So
yes,
if it goes longer because of that, that's okay.
Yep. But even with questions, you really should never be over an hour.
Right.
And number 10 is the most important. I think we said this on stage. If you remember nothing else.
Yep. Remember this one here.
Remember number 10 to schedule a follow-up before you leave
that meeting.
And for newer partners, it's if you're the person, if you're their mentor and you're doing that meeting and you haven't left that scene yet and they haven't made that follow-up, then you prompt them. You say, now when is that follow-up going to be? And okay, so do you guys have that in your calendar yet? Or because a lot of people will want to say, oh, well, we work together. We're going to see each other tomorrow or whatever. No.
It
doesn't work. No. So, and this business is made in follow-ups, whether it's customers or partners. It sometimes can be 3, 4, 5, 6 follow-ups. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that follow-up, you might as well have not done the meeting.
So just like scheduling the first meeting, get the time, date, and the place.
Yes.
Yep.
How would I add to that is such an important piece of this, you guys. There's so many partners that don't do the follow-up. And then they forget who they talk to throughout the week.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, great job, you guys. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love that list. And all those things, and you're thinking, okay, dress and da-da-da. Most importantly, I think by far is absolutely be yourself. Tell the person why you thought of them. And, even though your presenter is going to be giving the information, you need to be making the connection as a friend and making them feel welcome in the warm and fuzzies and just use your honesty. And they'll feel that. People remember the feeling. So important that you're yourself and you share your honesty with them.
I was just going to say that too, with remembering the feeling. People remember that feeling and showing excitement through the meeting too, not just, flipping through, like showing excitement and making them want to be a part of the team, or they remember that feeling.
It's like, I want to be part of that. That looks like it's fun. I want to be part of that. Yeah.
I want to join.
Yeah.
And I think about what products where they just want to be a part of that team. They want to join. They remember that feeling.
And that's some of those absolute key points that you need to do if you want duplication. Because if you want a big business, you want duplication to be. And people think that they have to know a lot, like Bob and Lori said, or they have to know how to do a fantastic presentation. Actually, the short, simple presentation is the best. And when I sit down to a meeting, if one of my partners has asked me, Carla, would you do a meeting? I say, fantastic. We set up the time and date and I come, and they usually introduce me. And then I spend time really getting to know that person. And I think it's that genuinely wanting to know more about that person, which is a big key. And then when you start asking questions, you can't ask enough questions. Ask about their life and what they do and their family and their free time. And you'll find that need. Maybe their need is that they're not happy with their job and they want a different job, or they want to get out of something, or they need some extra money. They never go on vacations, or they have a certain thing that they really want to do that's going to take something. And then I'm usually the one who would say, you know, that sounds like a great goal. Maybe this is something for you. Maybe it's not, but maybe you'd like to take about 10, 15 minutes and take a look at something that could help that need. And then when they say, well, yes, because they're saying yes, when I take out that InfoZenzino, then that's when they're leaning across the table, and I can tell that they're looking at, is this going to help me? That's when I know we found that need and they're interested. And it doesn't mean that they're going to say yes. I show them what Zenzino has to offer, our amazing products, this fantastic business, what we can do, and then it's up to them. And then we really need to let it be completely up to them and see if it's something that that they say yes to and be okay with it they don't. Now, before
for maybe a second, third, fourth look, maybe.
It could be. It might take that time. I'd like just to get Ginger in here because Ginger is one of our partners that has been closing all these meetings. And you know, I think if we all want to be building a business, we want to make, you know, get some of that energy, because that third part where we say, make a friend, find the need, transfer the feeling. You can feel it when people have a passion about this, because people remember the feeling of a meeting, not what you said. That's why you don't need to know everything of what, you know, mini Dr. Paul type thing, but people remember the feeling that they walked away with from the meeting. And Ginger, could you just tell us a little bit about your meetings and what are you doing to like have closing these meetings? Ginger, hi.
You're absolutely right, Carla. It is so much about the feeling and the passion that you have. If it's not in your heart, if Zenzino is just a number cruncher or a ways to a means, and it's not in your heart, you probably won't be as successful as the people who are passionate about the product and the company and getting people healthy. And your customers and your potential partners, they see that in a meeting so vividly, and it's all about the experience. And it's just like Jen said, they want to join that team when they see the excitement and they see the passion. And that was the turning point in my business, and things started to happen. I know we had this last weekend, we had about 7 meetings. And my new partner down in the cities thought it was unsuccessful. And I said, oh, we got in front of 7 people. They were all very interested. I think it was because they didn't sign up that day. And she was kind of used to that with us. So. But you have to get in front of the people. You have to show your passion. You have to find out, what are they looking for? Because if they're not looking to do a business and you got them in with the product, you know, you might not pull out that InfoZenzino and just get them as a customer. So it's all about passion.
You know, I think, and a lot of people think, you know, because you're a business owner. Actually, of the people here, a lot of people are business owners. Let's see, Christy. Ginger's a business owner. Jennifer, Bob has been. Arlo, have you done? Yeah. Okay. We are all independent people that have done businesses before. And yeah. Sometimes we think, you know, people need to sign up right away. But it's what Bob and Lori said. It's that follow-up and that follow-up and that follow-up. Maybe they're going to be a customer. Maybe it's not time yet. As one of our upline says, sometimes Peter Sorensen, he says, maybe it's not 12 o'clock yet. Maybe they're not ready for this yet. That's why we follow up and follow up and follow up. But they're going to remember the feeling. We show them what we have, and we just continue duplicating ourselves and having enough meetings, and we'll get there. Christy, I think I'll go to you here in regards to building a business and training the team. Christy.
Well, you know, Carla, sometimes when we get all excited and we're just out there spreading the word and we get new members, and our job for them is training them to do what we do, you know, and by doing that, we do the meetings for them. We help them book the meetings, and we are there to present. And sometimes we have a hard time letting them kicking them out of the nest and letting them go on their own. But that's so important because as our team grows and we get new partners, we cannot be doing everybody's meetings all the time. So by teaching them, especially first of all, how to do the customer demonstration, that way they can be getting out there and duplicating what we're doing while we're training them. Mm-hmm. So instead of one person doing all this work for all these excited partners, we are training all of our partners to do exactly what we do. So now we have duplicated ourselves by 2, 10, 20, and so on, so that they can do it with their new partners too. I mean, it's so, so, so important. We're building an army of Zinzino partners. You know, we battle on our own. We'd never get anywhere. So it's so important that we train people, and we don't do everything for them, but when they're ready, we start letting them do it themselves. And a big thing too, you know, some people say to me, oh, I just don't know anybody who would want to do this as a business. All I can think of is customers. And I remember thinking that myself too when I first started. Well, nobody has time. Oh, they're so busy, blah, blah, blah. And I think it's so funny now because I look at my list and I think, oh, how am I going to get more customers? Everybody's going to want to be a partner. So true.
Yes, absolutely.
You know? And I think that we all eventually get to that point when you see where this is going and you know where it's going, and you see these people that are doing these great things with this business and showing taillights. And I just have to kind of mention that it's so funny to me right now that Jennifer is sitting in a vehicle showing taillights right after she hit T750. That is so awesome. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Thank you, Christy.
That's duplication for you. That's exactly duplication. You've been doing that and you're training your team. Is that right, Jen?
Absolutely. And what I am so excited about with hitting the T750 is, I was thinking about it last night, and T750 is 750 customers or team members, partners in balance in your team. So that's 750 people that our team has gotten into balance, or that my team, my organization has gotten into balance. How awesome is that? That's so cool.
That is so cool. And she's duplicating herself, teaching her team to do the same thing. So that's where this is going to start to get crazy fun, out of hand. The more that we duplicate this awesome system that we have, the more that this will blossom and grow. And it's so simple because we all have the same tools. We all have the same books, and we're all the people who are reaching these levels and doing these amazing things. They're all doing it out of the Express Start. There's no secrets, and we're just training everybody to do that, which is just, it's so fun and it's so awesome, and it's exploding. This is going to be huge. And like Jennifer said in the beginning, you know, September 2016, this is when everybody's ready to rock and roll, and they're just, summer was fun, but now let's get down to business and let's do this, lock and load.